Mark out Mania. Mark out Mania. It's Saturday morning and we're marking out on Mark out Mania.
Woo!
Yeah, the old classic theme song.
You cannot go wrong with classic songs, especially for meaningless episode number 102.
Damn.
There you go.
Hey,
there you go.
Welcome everyone to the Mark Out Mania.
Woo. Yeah, woo! Mark Out Mania, baby.
We haven't done this in a little bit, but we've got James Extreme Sarno in the house. How are you, James?
I'm good, hanging in there. I'm ready to clothesline the shit out of everybody who gets within 6 feet of me. Yes.
And we've got the God of Thunder. I think I fucked that up. Sorry, Zeus King Dark.
What's up?
What's up?
Brian Bell in the chat. What's up there, Brian?
Welcome, Brian Bell. You'll be happy with this episode because we'll be talking some classic wrestling at some point.
Yeah, good shit.
We can start right fucking now.
You want to start now? We can start right now. That's all good to me.
Let's get started right now.
I just watched some. I just watched some stuff from 1988 the other day.
What'd you watch?
It was an episode of. I think it was an episode of Worldwide.
And it was cool.
It was squash promo. It was fucking great. Fucking great. Midnight Express just destroys his fucking, destroys his team of fucking nobodies, and Bobby Eaton hits him with it. They're feuding with the Fantastics at the time, and they're talking about they go for the rocket launcher. In midair, Bobby changes his mind and goes from a body splash to a fucking knee drop.
He's awesome.
And rolls out of it and goes back over, just stands on the fucking dude's chest with 1 foot on the dude's chest, and the referee counted the 3. And then Stan rips up the mic because Cornette's in trouble and they're trying to get him put in a straitjacket. And fucking Tully and Arn, they beat up a couple of fucking jobbers and sneaky fucking blind tags, and oh man, it was fucking. Oh, and they showed the attack on Dusty or on Luger outside of the limousine too. You would have liked that.
Yeah, beat him up. Yeah. Can we talk about the AEW tag division and how was the best too? Yeah, Brian. Yeah, I got 2 words for you, Brian. I
guess he's referring to the Meltzer.
Yeah, I don't know what Meltzer's smoking. Some bad crack.
Our super famous Zeus King Dark was taking Meltzer on.
Yeah, man.
I got my money on Zeus.
Did he brain damage, man?
Did he reply to you or?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
He knows better than that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'll drag his sorry ass down Gate City Boulevard to the Greensboro Coliseum. I'll whoop his ass there. Okay?
Nice, I like that. There you go.
I'll have fucking Bruce Mitchell from PW Torch and fucking John Hitchcock from Parts Unknown. I'll have them both there.
Oh, so yeah. I don't know what Meltzer's smoking. I don't know what he on, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, you'd think he wasn't as old as he is.
I think I have addressed this before about Meltzer on here, but it's anything he says, you have to take with the filter that he is just promoting something to appeal to a specific market, right?
Yeah.
He's appealing to a specific audience, the AEW.
He's filling his coffers. That's what he's doing.
So I mean, that's all he's doing. Anything he says, it doesn't matter if it's going to discredit himself, like his past work or anything or whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's just appealing to a market. He's a worker, just pretty much like all the other people. It's all kind of carny business. So
yeah.
So yeah, don't tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Well, sometimes everything is evil. Sometimes everything is good.
Yeah.
And saying that the tag team division in AEW is better than any tag team division in the 80s. I can't even say it with a straight fucking face.
Yeah, I mean,
even the WWF tag scene in the 80s was good.
Yeah, hell yeah. Our Foundation, the British Bulldogs. I mean, come on, you go on and on. Yeah, the Islanders.
The Rouge.
Fuck, you even go Strike Force. What the hell?
Strike Force. The Brainbusters were there.
Yeah, that's right. I think maybe he's shilling for AEW just because everybody's talking about, the Great American Bash and stuff like that. So he was like, shit, I got to get some interest in AEW. So maybe we'll say something stupid. Who knows? I mean, everybody who knows wrestling knows better.
Right. Yeah. And it's just, all these, it is. It's a work. It's a work because a person who is not on drugs wouldn't say shit like that. That's lived through the shitty. Well,
that or they're young bookmarks, and that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't have to be on drugs. You could just be like young or ignorant or whatever.
Or a young bookmark, the greatest tag team in the world is the Bucks.
You have to be on drugs to be who he is, or like you said, he's trolling us.
Yeah.
I mean, so I heard someone say this week. This is in some thread or another. I heard someone say that they were saying something about they were talking about something from Dynamite or what was it, Fighter Fest Night 2, whatever the fuck. And they were talking about how good it was. All the AEW fans are saying how great it is, and I was just like thinking, AEW fans say every single thing in AEW is great. So I mean, you have to take it with that grain of salt. You can't.
Anybody who thinks the Librarians were great, no, don't talk to me, okay? But that's it. Anybody who thinks that Helicorn Jack versus Jay and Silent Bob was great, get the fuck away from me. That's it.
If only if that actually led to a match, it didn't lead to anything.
No. And I'm not afraid to say this, but during our time watching Lucha Underground, I probably did sweep some of the stuff that wasn't quite as good as other things. I kind of but I never said some of that shit was the greatest shit I ever saw just to say just to try to keep up things. I would just like we'd be like the da-da-da was better.
Season when we covered season 4.
Yeah,
I know I said after the fact, I felt bad that I, try to force myself to mark out over so much of it. Because so much of it I didn't like. It was like a mixed bag. Some of it I liked. Some of it was very.
Season 4 was the redheaded stepchild of Lucha Underground. That's it.
But like
Double Y, Double H, what's going on?
YYH. But yeah, the thing I remember saying back then was like, I can't do that again. Like I can't just lie about something again or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, I hear you.
Yeah, so I mean, I just, that's about all I can do with that.
Let's not waste time on that. Let's talk about. Do y'all want to talk about current stuff or past stuff? Because we were going to talk about
Bash at the Beach,
and we're gonna talk about that. We're also going to talk about NXT Great American Bash Night 2.
No, let's get that out the way first.
Okay.
let's get that out the way real quick. I thought it was a decent show. Again, it wasn't the takeovers of the past. Again, ever since NXT been on USA and ever since Vince McMahon stuck his nose in it, it's gone to shit, in my opinion. Okay? Because you and I watched it from the beginning, Pedro, and I mean, NXT used to be incredible. Now it's just another brand of WWE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it's
better
like
up and down the card than the rest of it, but yeah.
Yeah. I thought the main event was really good. No, I can't lie. I thought Keith Lee sold for Adam Cole, and Adam Cole took insane bumps for Keith Lee.
Yep.
Okay, it was good stuff. I thought the match was good. They actually told the story in the ring. God forbid, it wasn't a spot fest. AEW, they actually told the story. It was good, and then the post-match stuff was great. Because here you have looking down from the rafters is Karrion Kross and Scarlett. So it was good stuff. How they're setting up for the next storyline. It was good. The matches up on the card were good. I did like the Phantasma matches.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great match, man.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah.
Drake Maverick and Breezango. That was good. Yeah.
That was a good match, man. I mean, those guys are going at it. I always like Joaquin Wilde, so he was always going, I'm sorry, TJP, whatever the fuck they call him now. So
I've never been that crazy on DJZ, but he works better in this role currently.
Yeah, he does. So it was good stuff.
On that main event, I just wanted my only slight criticism, and this is just a criticism of Adam Cole in general, is the finisher killer stuff. It was there, just like all his other matches.
Well, you was expecting it,
It's his deal, I know.
All right, here's my thing with Adam Cole, real quick. Everybody's saying, oh, now he lost the belt, he's going to WWE, to the main roster. I say no. Yeah, because Adam Cole is not going to work without the Undisputed Era and without a title, because he would get lost in the shuffle. Because he's a small guy, not a big guy. So he would get lost in the shuffle with the writers. Okay? In my opinion, Adam Cole's never been a face in NXT, and the fans love him. So I think what they should do is have Undisputed Era turn on Adam Cole, have Adam Cole turn face and fight the UE. Have a nice baby face run, and then after the whole program with Cross and everything else ends, or with Keith Lee, whatever, then you could bring the whole UE up to WWE and have a program with them.
Well, the rumors going around is that Cole is going up, and that some, but not all, of the UE are going with.
Yeah.
That's the rumor right now. Now, of course, as we know, some jackass hit a fucking telephone pole somewhere near me, and my whole neighborhood lost power at about about quarter to 10.
It was an AEW fan. He didn't want to let you watch the finish of the Great American Bash.
Yeah, I would have tipped it over to the 1 million mark.
Yeah.
They'd let me have my damn cable back on. But so like I liked the 6-man match, because you see Phantasma is so happy now. It's like a huge attitude change, and you can see it in his ring work. How he's just doing his moves with that confidence, and the he's putting all that the effort into it, and he's getting into the character, and it's just a really it shows that sometimes adversity it breeds excellence, because that's what he's done. He's taken the injuries and the things that were kind of working against him at first, and he's turned it all around, and he's heading back out. And it's nice that Spud he's a cute little tiny kid.
You got to give him his props, though. He's doing it. Oh
yeah. And Shane Strickland, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Gargano. I thought that some of that stuff that was in there. You know, they did a lot of little reverses and things, a lot of very small things, and the way they shot it, it just kind of it looked a little overly contrived. Now, if that had been like a scene in a movie, you know, where they could have done close-ups and cuts and shit like that, that probably would have looked as cool as like a Steven Seagal movie from the late 80s.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what a lot of it was. It was like grab the hand, smack the hand away,
Yeah.
you know, throw the kick, catch the kick. You know, I mean, they were doing a lot of really intricate things that it kind of slowed it down a little bit for me. But I thought that was a pretty decent match, and I'm glad Killshot's getting you know, a nice little kind of a push here, because you know love that
I
guy.
wouldn't mind seeing that turn into a program, him against Gargano. I wouldn't mind seeing that into a program. Any way to get Gargano away from his wife and that stupid storyline, you know?
Yeah, and so I mean, you know, I thought, I mean, of course, you know. I mean, I kind of was watching that and something else, on my laptop at the same time. So I didn't pay too much attention to the stuff that I wasn't interested in. Which, I mean, to me, that's like my way to watch wrestling now. Is when it's on, I can have it on, and not pay attention to the stuff I don't want to see. You know, and then it doesn't. Because I think so many people just like plant themselves in front of a TV, and they're all like invested in every little thing, like they think that they're, you know, that's their job.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so you just kind of gotta, you know, just relax and chill the fuck out, and just, you know, kind of, because there's just so much wrestling on.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually at a point in wrestling where, you know, Ring of Honor is not running right now, and you know, New Japan's just starting back up, so there's still been a lot to watch even without you know, even with
There's no
that
power either.
Yeah, so there you go.
Well, to what you're saying, Zeus, you know, on Raw and SmackDown, I feel most of it I can have on and not pay that much attention to, because it's usually dumb shit. I mean, like, last night I think on SmackDown they had like some karaoke bullshit going on with like it was like Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, is that her name?
Yeah.
Right.
Tamina and is it Naomi?
Yeah, that's a great way to use your female talent during karaoke. That's good. I like that. Good job.
They had them doing karaoke.
Good job.
And it was just, I don't know, it was like it was just dumb. And then like they had, you know, The Miz and Jeff Hardy. It was like whatever, and you know, they had whatever. But then in the middle of all that, you had Bailey and Sasha versus Alexa versus and Nikki, and that was a lot of fun. And then if you go back to Monday, you know, there's a lot of, you know, stuff you can like not pay attention to. But then there was Asuka versus Bailey, which was a fantastic match.
That was a great match.
And it was probably the best match on TV this week. And it's like, I mean, there's always something. Like you said, pay attention to the stuff you're into, and then the other stuff just tune out or watch something else. Flip the channel.
Background fodder. Brutal.
What's happening? Sounds like a bomb's about to go off. What the fuck?
What do you mean?
What's this beeping shit?
What? I don't hear any beeping.
I don't hear anything. Yeah, you hear beeping, Zeus?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably Google just tapping into my fucking microphone again.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna get all kinds of you know, beach vacation getaway ads now.
Now, do you think they're going to do something with Keith Lee as double champion? I mean, does he hold both belts? Or, I mean, is this a Naito ripoff? I mean, what are they doing over here with Keith Lee?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm hoping, I'm imagining Cross is going to be thrown his way or get into his way. I don't know how that plays into him holding two belts. If he drops one at some point, or I don't know.
He could get I mean, there's a great wrestling deal where you get stuck defending like both belts on the same night that you weren't ready for.
Yeah.
Speaking to that, so on Monday nights, some of us watched Stardom, right?
Yes.
So there was a situation for a while where Mayu had both the red belt and the white belt in Stardom, and then she lost the white belt to, I think it was Yoko Bito, and then she lost the red belt to Tony, but that was because of she like broke her arm in a freak accident during the match. But yeah, it's to what you're saying. Like, there's lots of stuff like that in wrestling. Examples of people having to defend multiple belts.
Yeah.
I didn't kill the conversation.
I just hope they use Keith Lee right. I hope they just if you're gonna give the guy two belts, then they should really work the storyline that he has two belts and have him defend them both and have it really work it out. Don't just put it on him just to put it on him.
I mean, and they could do some things where like where these challengers start coming at him like it's like, well, you're the North American champion and you're the NXT championship. I want to challenge you tonight for the North American title. And so, all right, fine. I'll defend this belt anytime, anywhere, and it's like, all right, fine. And then somebody else comes along. I want a shot at the, and so they kind of make him burn the candle at both ends.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he gets to look good, but tired. So when he finally does drop either one of the belts, he still looks strong.
I'll even set up for a Damian Priest run, because he had good matches with Keith Lee. As long as he keeps his mouth shut, it's fine,
Oh, was it last week he had like one of the worst, like even by
that was
one of the worst
horrendous.
We had one of his
worst called, and they wanted their Domo Arigato Mr. Roboto back.
That was horrible. Don't mess with me. I'm Damian Priest. I have to kill Keith Lee again.
I will show you in this video how to take apart your garbage disposal unit and then put it back under your sink so you can dispose of more garbage.
Take the toilet paper, put the tube through the roll, attach it back onto the thing, and now you're there. Thank you.
I mean, it's so weird. Because he's fine in the ring,
He's fine, yeah. He can actually move. For a big guy, he can move. And he actually sells. Picture that.
But, when he cuts promo,
he needs a manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fucking get him out of this thing with Cameron Grimes. Why?
Why Cameron Grimes, period?
Yeah. It's hard.
Just
done.
like, he's like Black Bart and fucking Outback Jack had a
Outback Jack.
I think for me personally, when it comes to Cameron Grimes / Trevor Lee, he always has that stink of TNA Impact on him. Like when I see him, I always think of his time there. So I can never get it like out of my head that like, oh, it's the guy from Impact TNA.
I'd rather see him in the feud with Bronson than fucking Cameron Grimes. At least Bronson can move around the ring for a big guy, because I think it'd be a good matchup.
So yeah, that was the Great American Bash.
I think they need to keep Adam Cole in NXT and then have a big face run, have the U return on them. But see, that needs fans. You know that's a heel. That's a face turn that actually needs the fans and the audience for it to really work.
Right now, Vince McMahon is making a note: never hire James Sarno to write scripts for NXT. Because you're talking an interesting, different idea that could work, but it's totally against everything that Vince is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what Vince McMahon's idea of a face Adam Cole thing would be like. It'd be some comedy bullshit.
Yeah, some stupid shit. Like he joins the Robert Stone brand or some stupid shit. That's got Vince McMahon written all over.
I can't believe we didn't mention this, but I did laugh my ass off at Shotzi Blackheart running over his leg with the tank.
That was actually kind of funny.
That was pretty funny.
But don't waste Shotzi Blackheart
and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, come on, man. You wasted Rhea Ripley with Robert Stone all of a sudden? I mean, come on, she was a main eventer at NXT and now she's doing this? And who she pissed off?
It's just like Rhea Ripley killed Vince McMahon's puppy dog, after fucking WrestleMania or something. Or said he had a small penis or something. I don't know. But whatever she did, she got flushed down the toilet, man.
Yeah, man. Not a good look. That's not a good look.
She went from the end of last year to beating Shayna Baszler for the title in the main event.
Who disappeared, by the way.
I know, in the main event of that NXT episode. And that was NXT's biggest ratings win or whatever. That stuff doesn't matter. It was their biggest ratings win, right? Was that episode. And you remember how it felt like this huge momentum shift, her beating Shayna Baszler. It felt like this huge deal. And she went from that, and then the match with Charlotte on WrestleMania, really good match. So she went from all of that to last week she was fighting Robert Stone and Aaliyah and
horrible.
And like we said, Shayna Baszler too. I mean,
gone poof.
And the comment, the rumors are flying around that she's not pretty enough to be on Raw.
That's fucked up. God, that's fucked up.
It's so dumb because
it is dumb.
It doesn't even matter what someone's attractiveness level is.
She's a great fucking heel.
Exactly.
Yeah. That fucking heel shit she was doing right before she left.
Her last promo against Becky Lynch about her pregnancy was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that one match, I guess it was against against Dakota Kai, and it was before she lost the belt. But there was a Dakota Kai fangirl at ringside. She was 12 or something. And I mean,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Shayna is calling out to her. She's like, "This is your hero. This is your favorite wrestler." And I mean, she just choked her unconscious.
Oh yeah, she was like, "This is because of you."
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is your fault.
She's a great heel, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Shayna was
Shayna gets it. She gets pro wrestling better than any one of her or her other buddies. And if Rhonda had a brain or an ego that didn't have to be so fucking big, she would be as big of a fucking bitch asshole as fucking Shayna Baszler and just revel in how much everybody fucking, can hate you. But she had to be fucking liked.
Yep. I totally agree, Cruz. I totally agree. And Shayna Baszler cut that wicked promo against Becky after she announced her pregnancy. Like, yeah, you're pregnant, big deal. Look who the father is. I pity that baby. God, who put this seed in you? And I was like, holy shit, you know? I was like, this is brutal. And then she disappears. I was like, oh, man, Vince McMahon sucks balls.
Yeah.
You know, she's not pretty enough. That's fucked up, Zeus.
I didn't say it.
No, I know, but just what, it's these people, man, they can't. She's an awesome heel, man. As you both were saying, she's a great heel. Yeah. Idiots.
When I first got exposed to women's wrestling from Japan, like in 1998, I remember one of the refreshing things was you had all kinds of people. Right? You had all kinds of women and body types and this involved.
Yeah.
And it was just these crazy, colorful characters. You know, some of them looked like new wave punk rock things. And that was way up my alley. Anyone who knows my musical tastes and stuff, like my 80s aesthetic, everyone knows. It's like that stuff was way up my alley. Like, whoa, you know. But it was refreshing because you remember at that time here, it was just stripper looking women doing whatever shit. So to see just like anyone like being able to do stuff and have awesome matches and awesome characters and this was great. So it's always so weird to me when there's this thing about body image. It affects the guys to some extent in the WWE. It has at times.
Yeah, it has.
But some people are able to break out regardless of that stuff in the WWE.
Yeah, but guys have never had to do fucking gravy boat matches.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Lingerie matches or fucking bikini contests and shit like that.
You're right. It's crazy. Like,
I think now's the perfect time for another Evolution pay-per-view.
A lot of people have said that.
Because you got a lot of talent, especially when Asuka is champ and Io is champ, and now's the perfect time to do it.
Well, and we can always, since Stephanie invented women's wrestling, maybe we could get her to come out of retirement and maybe not be in a match, but maybe Stephanie could be like the special enforcer for a match or something, just so we can show how much we appreciate the woman who's done so much for women's wrestling and buried China and cheated on China and did everything she could to keep China out of the Hall of Fame. And, basically, I think we definitely need another Evolution because I'm sure that's her idea. Oh, jeez.
Although when y'all talking about this, the idea that popped in my head for a main event, Asuka and Io versus Bayley and Sasha, women's tag team titles.
No, you put all the belts on the line.
No, not all the belts on the line, but just like a tag team match.
Yeah, but in order for that to work, you got to have I don't know, but it has to be more than just a tag team strap. There's got to be something else.
It really, I think I agree with James here because I think that like whoever gets the pin gets that belt. Yeah. So if Asuka or Io pins Sasha or Bayley, they win the tag team titles. But if Bayley pins Asuka or either one of them, they lose their title to her.
That's for verbalizing my thoughts. That's exactly what I was thinking. Something like all the belts on the line. Yeah,
that would be the compelling WWE type of thing they need to do.
Exactly.
Hey, speaking of compelling, y'all want to talk a tiny bit about the New Japan Cup?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll just talk through night 6, right?
Yeah, because that's as far as I got. So
So no spoilers out there. No spoilers. We're just talking through night 6.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
You okay?
Zeus,
Are you okay, dude?
Zeus, stay off Twitter, goddammit. I thought that, first of all, I thought the Okada versus Yuji Nagata match was pretty decent. I didn't think it was pretty bad. I like the way Okada sold for Nagata. It was good. I like that.
I'm not saying that match was bad. The only thing I said about that match before is that I fell asleep during it. And I was laughing because of the stuff we talk about, the shit we throw back and forth about Okada and Jay White, and
then you happen to fall asleep right during the Okada match. Good job,
I fell asleep during the Okada match. That was on night 5.
I think it was night 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just pulling up the thing. So on night 5 you had Taji Ishimori versus Kanemaru.
So that was actually a good match, and you know what? I'm surprised Ishimori went over.
Ishii versus Togi Makabe. They're reviving their big feud from 2015.
Yeah, that was okay. It was okay.
Their matches back in 2015 were so good. They were so hard hitting and so stiff. Like it couldn't live up to that because they're both like, or at least Makabe is not what he was back then. But it was. I mean, it was as good as it was going to be from those two. Here's the match I really wanted your opinion on: Hiromu versus Yano.
Oh my god, that shit was so fucking funny. It went outside of what we normally like in a match.
Yeah.
With all the ridiculousness in it, but I mean, fuck, you talk about guys that they were committed to make it work.
I understand why it happened. I didn't want it to happen. I understood why it was there. I understood the gimmick. I understood the whole back. I understood it all. Did I want to see it during the Cup? No.
I loved it.
Oh my God, Pedro!
So much. It was just so much fun.
Every corner of the arena had a pair of scissors in it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It was the most cartoon, silly thing ever, and I just loved it. I don't know why. It was just so hilarious. It was so much fun.
It was all right. It's just I just don't want to see my junior heavyweight champion running from anyone. I don't.
Well, he's a very odd, eclectic personality.
Yeah, he's weird.
I mean, he literally could be part cat, and I wouldn't be shocked at all to find that out. He's an oddball, that's for sure. And there's been oddballs in wrestling, so and between him and I mean fucking Yano he's nothing but somebody who does not give a shit.
Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, he does not care. He goes in there, he has fun. He's kind of like Rick Steiner without the body and the ability. From like 1985, 1986,
I thought I saw Yano crack a couple of smiles. I thought I saw him crack a few smiles in that match. He looked like he was having fun.
Hey! No. He's so funny. He's funny live.
I really enjoyed that match. It's not a match I would give a rating to. But it's a match that I just love for the fun of it. But Yes.
That's how he won the count out. He threw him in the elevator. That was hot. I was like, what are you doing, man?
So then night 6, you saw night 6, right, James?
Yeah.
Okay. You got Yoshihashi versus Bushi.
Poor Yoshihashi, man. He looked like his knee twisted 360 degrees, man. Did you see that? Holy shit. That was ugly. That was ugly. That was a good match, though.
it was a good match.
Mhm.
Sonata versus Show.
Yeah, that was really good.
Taichi versus Kota Ibushi.
I like Kota Ibushi. I have a soft spot for I can't stand Taichi, man. I want
What?
him and Zack Sabre Jr. should get punched in the face constantly. Okay,
Oh my god. I love Taichi. I love the
I want to take that stupid microphone and bash him over the fucking face with it. Okay, I hate Taichi. Okay, and the fact that he went over pissed me off.
Yeah, but
Taichi's good though. He really is.
He is good. I just no. Fuck him.
he's almost
But you're not supposed to like him.
Yeah, I know, but just different. Like there's nothing about him I find appealing.
Oh, really?
Well, that's
Maybe
good.
because
Though. That's good. He's doing his fucking job. That's one thing about fucking Suzuki Gun. They're not the cool heels. They're the fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up. And if it wasn't,
but that's why I like them. You know, but Taichi's like I don't know. There's something about him that rubs me the wrong way. Maybe because he hangs out with Gumby. I don't know. But
I don't know.
They're all like that. They all have that shit attitude. That fuck you. Don't fucking cheer for me. Fuck off.
Yeah, but when is Bushi going to get put over? I mean, come on. How many times are you going to lose in the first and second rounds of the cup? I mean, come on, man. This get monotonous already. Come on, man. Give the kid a push.
Well, I mean, he did win the G1 last year.
James. Yeah.
That's last year. This is this year. Give him some love. Yeah, I know. 9.
Did y'all ever watch any of Hustle?
What's up, Angie? How you doing? Thank you for getting up early, Angie.
Angie.
Yeah, Suzuki Gun is awesome. Yes.
Oh, Angie, do not give any spoilers.
No spoilers.
Angie, no spoilers. God damn it.
Do not give any spoilers. James is only up through night 6, so please, no spoilers.
It was spoiled for me, but
Hustle. So Kawada, Toshiaki Kawada in Hustle, he did some weird. He wore like this jumpsuit, and he did like singing and all this stuff. To me, Taichi is almost like Phantom of the Opera boy band Kawada.
there you go.
I mean, it's kind of like how I see him in a way, and he has like an all Japan connection too. So it's not like
and he does. He looks
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he's not good. He is good. He's very good. It's just something about him. That stupid microphone. I just want to like bitch slap him. I just can't stand him.
His look is straight out of an anime.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. I mean, he could be in. Oh shit! What's that fucking one with the giant fucking people that are eating other people?
Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, he could be in that.
I thought you were going to say Sailor Moon for some reason because of.
He could have been in that too. I'm sure he's probably got them all on DVD in his house.
Oh, the thing I wanted to bring up about that match against Ibushi, I thought about Casey during it because of how Taichi won the match. He used the thing.
The glove. Yeah,
the big iron glove.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Where's Casey?"
Oh, that he got from
Azuka, right?
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's Casey?"
And finally, Gumby was actually getting his ass kicked, and he was selling the moves. I couldn't believe it. Good job.
So with here's the thing with Taichi beating Tanahashi and Ibushi, were they like setting up a tag match here? You
can tell that was the theme of it. Yeah, because they were going after each other. Even in the 6-man, they were going after each other in the 6-man. So.
Yeah. I wonder if somewhere down the line, that's where they're going.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Pedro. Stop. Hold on for a second. Angie, Zack Sabre Jr. does not rule. Fuck that.
Man, I have this comment now.
James, you don't know what you're talking about. After I fix Brexit, I'm coming out of Florida. I'm going to fix Florida. Because obviously you Americans, especially you Floridians, don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to act, and you don't know how to put on a fucking mask.
Holy shit! Yeah, he may need to come to Texas as well.
That was good. That was good.
For that. The other match from night 6 was Evil versus Goto.
I wasn't a fan of that match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay, but I just it just looked like they were going through the motions at one point. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess next week, God willing or whatever, we will touch on the rest of the New Japan Cup.
Yeah, please, no spoilers. Thanks, Ange. I appreciate it. No spoilers.
So that means, sorry,
I'm staying off Twitter and everything. This is why I don't fucking see shit.
So that means it is time to talk about Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach oddly replaced Great American Bash in WCW starting in 1994.
Bash at the Beach.
Isn't that weird? And that was
Zeus, what was the first one held at? Daytona Beach, right?
Orlando.
Okay.
In the arena.
And the whole arena, yeah.
So Hulk Hogan with Mr. T and Jimmy Hart defeat Ric Flair and Sensuous Sherry for the WCW heavyweight title in Hogan's first match in WCW.
Oh, yeah. That sounds familiar. Hulk Hogan's first match back in WWE against Iron Sheik was a strap. Yeah.
I mean, it just like, I'm like, I remember being pissed off about that.
But
like, that was just about like, that's just about a strong enough reason to throw a brick through a TV.
But that show did have that awesome Steve Austin Steamboat match.
Yes. Austin versus Steamboat was always going to be, that was always a good match. Whether it was for the U.S. title or the TV title, tag matches didn't matter. Steamboat and Austin were great.
Yeah, they had.
I was going to say their tag matches were good too. Him and Pillman against Austin and Austin and Pillman against Steamboat and Rude. Yeah.
I kept thinking it started in '92, but then I realized that was a Beach Blast, right? Beach Blast was 92 and 93, and then it was Bash at the Beach 94 on.
Yeah. Bash at the Beach is the most famous. That was where everything changed, everything turned.
Oh, in 96, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when Hall and Nash had their first official match, right?
The Outsiders.
Yeah.
And the big.
Who's the third guy? It was against Sting and Luger. Sting, Luger, and Savage. Yes.
Yeah.
And fucking Luger didn't do dick the whole match. He just stood outside the ring. Remember that?
That's that James, you're gonna have to be more specific. That's almost every match he's in.
Oh my God.
I mean, because he's got to get his hair right, and once he starts to get a little sweaty, he has to continue to manage his hair on the outside.
He was
of the
wearing
ring.
the face paint, and the face paint started running. So he got pissed off.
Hey, that the '96 Bash at the Beach also had that awesome Rey Mysterio Psychosis match, right?
Yeah, it had one of them. I mean, that's
they had a bunch. Yeah, I know. But
but every time you say Rey Mysterio Psychosis, I think of the match from ECW.
I think of so many matches because they had like so many matches in Mexico and so
the best 8-man match I've ever seen had Rey Mysterio. It's like Rey Mysterio winners, Hoovy and somebody else against Psychosis and Picudo and Heavy Metal and La Parka. And that shit was fucking amazing.
Tommy goes.
But be that as may. Eddie defeated Lord Steven Regal at the 96.
I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that.
Didn't Ric Flair fight Conan for the U.S. title or some shit?
Yeah, he beat Conan for the U.S. title.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait a minute! Didn't Heenan spoil the Hogan turn? That's right. Heenan spoiled it, right? That's when Hogan was coming down. When Hogan came out of the curtain from the back, and the whole crowd went nuts. And Tony Schiavone was like, "Oh, it's Hulk Hogan," and then Heenan goes, "Yeah, but whose side's he on?"
Right. Yeah. Because that was Heenan. You know, that was his job. That was what he loved to do was, fuck with you, and he hated Hogan. Yeah.
So, the one time I actually, because I was never a Hogan maniac growing up. All my friends were. Everybody had their stupid yellow T-shirts and the fucking headbands. I wanted to bitch slap them, because I was going woo, and they were busy saying eat your prayers, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins. I'm going on woo, I'm the real world champion, and the one time, and you know what, I've seen Hogan like 4 or 5 times in the Garden, and the one time I actually stood up to root for Hogan, he fucking turned. Mm-hmm. I was like, you cocksucker. I was like, look at you.
Well, to me, because it's like, I'm like, WCW's going to hell in a handbasket if we need Hogan to rescue us.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? As much as I dislike Hogan, I gotta admit, man, that turn went off, and it was awesome. The heat he got in that ring that night was amazing. It was great stuff, man. It was great stuff.
Oh yeah, they absolute rainstorm of fucking trash.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That they knew what they were doing in the arena by having those wax paper cups. They didn't have those souvenir fucking plastic cups that night. They had those fucking ones that people could dump out and ball up and throw.
Yeah. That was I was sitting there in shock. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. As much as I hated Hogan, I was like, wow, this is amazing, Yeah, I was like, he told me and Gene to shut up, he told the fans to stick it. I was like, look at this guy.
That became the biggest heel turn in the history of pro wrestling. And there's nobody's ever been able to top that.
I felt bad for Savage. He was the only one in the ring. He was getting his ass kicked by everybody.
Hogan was dropping the leg. That's not, the most overrated fucking finisher of all time.
Yeah, but Sting was outside the ring. He was doing the fucking bullshit.
Hit more than he, hurt the other fucking guy.
Now, I've heard rumors where they said that Sting was supposed to be the original one to turn if Hogan wouldn't do it. Sting was going to be the third guy.
I heard that Hogan had wanted to turn heel before this, but they couldn't come up with a good enough story. But when this came along, it made too much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck was? Oh, I see the word Taskmaster. I'm thinking of Taskmaster. I'm thinking of the. Yeah. But I'd forgotten he went by the Taskmaster for a time.
That's when he was wearing Hogan's colors. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. That but that was just makes me think of that dude from Marvel.
Yeah. Angie, the NWO was great, but it got watered down fast.
Yeah, I remember going to Nitro in '98 at the Astrodome, and yeah, everyone still did the same throw of a gazillion things of trash at the ring.
Yeah, my first Nitro was in '95, and that was in Charlotte, and that main event that night was Arn Anderson and Ric Flair against Sting and Hogan, and in between the commercials, they brought out a fucking cart of Hogan merchandise and gave it out to the crowd. Bandanas, foam fingers, t-shirts. And the crowd ripped the shit up and threw it back in the ring.
Nice.
Gary Michael Capetta was standing there in the ring. He's getting hit with fucking foam fingers with the damn finger ripped off of it. And it was just like, he was just like, you could just tell he's like, you guys, just gave away a bunch of garbage, in the wrong fucking city, because that was Ric Flair's town.
Yeah, come on, that's Flair country.
Brian Bell is saying in an Eric Bischoff podcast, he said Sting was the original choice, but Hogan requested to do the turn, and that instantly became the plan. But that's Eric Bischoff saying stuff.
Yeah, who knows what he says a lot of shit.
I mean, I could see that's quite possible.
It's possible, but it doesn't make sense. Oh, because at that time, Sting was never in the WWE, so why would he be the third guy? I mean,
but
if that's true,
the turn, would have been, really impactful because,
but it worked out better. Sting did the Crow gimmick because of the Hogan turn.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So,
1997 Bash of the Beach. I'm looking it over. The Lex Luger and the Giant versus Hogan and Dennis Rodman. I'm trying to forget.
Oh my God.
That was covered big time on the news. ESPN covered that shit. Anytime like Rodman or Karl Malone were involved, they that was,
Who's more overrated, Lex Luger or the Young Bucks?
Oh God.
I think Flair got some decent matches out of Luger, so I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think, did someone do that with the Bucks? Maybe, I don't.
Because he got a lot of press back in the day in the 80s as the heir apparent. For a guy who absolutely sucked, man, he got a lot of fucking, big runs, There
was a lot worse, James. I know you hate him, but there was a lot
worse. Yeah, I know. But, like, if you push somebody that hard, you give somebody that kind of run, have him at least be some sort of talent, have to have some sort of talent. Have him cut a decent promo if he can't wrestle, or if he can't cut a promo, have him wrestle really good. But he did neither. Zeus, he did neither.
No, but he had the look. He had the look that they were after.
He was the total package. No, I'm just
the Lex Express.
And I mean, and a lot of that falls to the fault of Hogan, is WCW, NWA had perennially had a heel champion.
Yeah.
And babyface challengers, and WWF was the other way around. But the young guys that were coming up, that Crockett and those guys thought were gonna help carry him into the future were guys like Sting and Luger, who were not as good as guys like Barry and Brad Armstrong. They had that look.
See, at least I could say Sting was okay because Sting could actually go in the ring and he could cut a decent promo.
But Sting had to be brought along. He benefited so much from wrestling all those guys in the NWA, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair.
Oh, absolutely.
He learned a lot and he applied it. Whereas, Luger, just didn't as much. So
what was the main event of that bash, Pedro?
The 97 was Hogan and Dennis Rodman.
Hogan and Rodman against Giant and Luger.
Yeah. And
the
then
Steiner brothers beat Muta and Chono in that match.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
that night. Jericho defeated Ultimo Dragon for the cruiserweight title.
I actually remember that match. I don't know why I do, but I remember that match.
What was was Chris Benoit versus Kevin Sullivan? Was that Falls Count Anywhere, or was that a different match?
No, I think that was a different one. This
was just a retirement match.
Yeah, this was a retirement match.
Ah, damn. Chris Benoit got saddled with that fucking feud because wasn't
the Falls Count Anywhere on Nitro?
It might have been. I didn't mean for my voice to come out so southern there, but
might have been.
Might have been.
I'm gonna go outside and walk my dog.
Let's see, Great American Bash 1997. No, Chris Benoit defeated Meng by submission.
Meng.
Slamboree 97. I was at.
I remember when that Meng was Haku.
Haku and Tyler Islanders.
Pedro, you sound like one of the Chrisleys.
Jeff Jarrett was the U.S. champion. He beat Mongo.
Oh, Mongo McMichael, brutal.
Oh my goodness.
Boy, that Twitter account is just brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. You talk about somebody that got pushed that didn't have any fucking ability. God.
Yeah, that was horrible, yeah.
I mean, he makes Lex Luger look like fucking Aldo
Ric Flair. Aldo Montoya. Holy shit. Oh my God. What was the reason behind Mongo's push anyway?
He was a football player. He was an NFL star.
Yep. He was a football player, and he had the personality, and he had
but so was Ron Simmons, but Ron Simmons could actually wrestle.
Yeah, he had a Super Bowl ring, though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And he got other Super Bowl players to come play, to come wrestle.
Yeah.
He got Reggie White to come. He got Kevin Green to
remember
come.
that. Yeah, Kevin Green. You remember that whole shit? Oh, my God.
A few weeks ago, I thought.
Kevin Green was good. He was the best wrestler. He was the best football player to become a wrestler in that era.
So Mongo clocked him in the head with the suitcase, right? Or with the briefcase?
Yeah, briefcase. Because they were a tag team for a little while together.
Yeah, right.
Hey, and speaking of Kevin Green, he lost to the Giant in the 1998 Bash at the Beach.
The Hootie what?
He lost to the Giant at the 1998 Bash at the Beach.
Oh. Kind of everybody lost to the Giant back then.
Yeah. I actually saw the Giant do a dropkick in Nitro. That was hot.
The Giant?
Yeah, he actually threw a dropkick.
Yeah. I saw him versus Randy Savage at Fall Brawl 96. That was a good fucking match. That was
you saw that live, Zeus?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was I mean, he was doing splashes and kip ups and shit. I mean, Giant was really good. His size got the better of him toward the end, but I mean, what are you going to do when you're that fucking big?
Yeah. What will Mongo do next? Yeah, Angie, remember? He just disappeared. He up and disappeared, right? Fucking nobody heard from him ever again.
Who?
Steve Mongo McMichael.
He was at WrestleCade a year or two ago.
Yeah.
He's gotten thin now. His
wife was a whore. She ended up with Austin and Jared and a whole bunch of other idiots.
Now, wait a minute. Deborah, the competitor, was a whore. The character.
She was a whore.
Let's not. Let's not bash the poor woman. She went through a lot with being married to fucking Stone Cold.
Yeah, I know. I should went through hell with that guy.
The views of James Sarno do not express the market.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man.
It was like Karen Angles. It was like Karen Angles. She was another whore. She went from Angle to fucking Jarrett.
Damn it!
Stop shitting where
on
you
the show next week. Thanks, James.
I see. Stop shitting where you eat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people shit where they eat, man. What's wrong with them?
You don't fuck where you work. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then you make an angle out of it. Come on, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Ask Rita. She knows about that.
Oh my
Oh,
I was surrounded by whores.
and that goes double for the guys too.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie.
Right?
Yeah, I got 2 words for you, Joey Ryan.
Oh God, let's not start that.
Yeah.
god!
Oh man.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
Still,
Them's just jokes, people. Them's just jokes. I don't want anybody to blow up my Twitter and shit.
But make sure you tag at James Sarno.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Do it tomorrow. Just want to get spoiled by New Japan, okay?
Oh, James,
You're about to get a lot of spoilers on you.
I was gonna say, people are gonna like get angry at you and then like send you spoilers. Like,
Yeah, I know. They're gonna send me spoilers. I'm just jokes, people. It's all good.
Another match from that '98 one was Booker T beat Bret Hart by DQ.
DQ.
Goldberg beat Kurt Hennig for the
world
retain the world title.
Brutal.
Yeah.
You know what matches I enjoyed with Booker T? I love that best of 7 between him and Chris Benoit. That was awesome.
Now we are not doing great on the issues about bringing up people and involved with spousal abuse today.
No, because you said Booker T. That's the first thing came to my mind. Because the best of 7 series was really good back in the day, and I was like, they should do that again with certain wrestlers. I didn't mean to bring up anything like that. My bad. It was unintentional.
But it was a great coming out. It was a great coming out for Booker T.
Yeah, it was.
As a single star.
Yeah, they should have something like that today. That's all I'm saying. It was unintentional, Pedro. I didn't mean to bring up anything.
They rehashed it in the WWE between those two, and I can't remember. Someone got injured, and they had to do the last match with Randy Orton in their place. But do y'all?
Yeah, but it did. I vaguely remember that. I remember the ones on Nitro. Those best of 7 matches was really good.
Yeah, of course. Those were the best ones.
And they gave them the time too. There wasn't a quick 5-minute match.
I'm looking at the results for the 1999 Bash at the Beach.
What was the card, Zeus?
I don't even remember this one at all. I don't remember this.
I don't either, but who the fuck was Jet Jaguar?
There was a Mexican wrestler who did that gimmick. But,
oh my god, I missed that.
There was also, I don't know, did you ever see like the Ultraman in Mexico?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
I know Lasertron was Mondo Guerrero, right? Or
Mondo, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not saying that this Jet Jaguar is the one that I'm talking about, because there's like wrestling Ultraman. There's more than one wrestling Ultraman.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Who is CG Offie?
That was Tony Marinara.
Oh, okay. See, Ernest Miller beat Disco Inferno. Rick Steiner beat Van Hammer.
Van Hammer was a fucking waste.
David Flair beat Dean Malenko.
That's atrocious right there. That should never happen.
For the U.S. title, no less.
For the U.S. title. The No
boy.
Limit Soldiers, which was Conan, Rey Mysterio Jr., Swole, and BA. They beat the West Texas Rednecks, Kurt Hennig, Bobby Duncombe Jr., Barry Windham, and Kendall Windham. What the flying fuck?
Oh my god!
Yeah, BA was Brad Armstrong.
Yeah.
Right. Swole was he was like a part of that rapper's crew, but he was really a wrestler, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Fit Finley won some Junkyard Invitational. The Jersey Triad, I remember them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
They beat Perry Saturn and someone.
Canyon. That was part of him. Starting to get in out of that lower part of the
I
card.
liked Canyon, man. I thought Canyon was good.
Who better than Canyon?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody better than Canyon.
I liked the way he was modest too. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was that whole
Him and Glacier and all that shit.
Yeah, and Wrath.
Yeah.
That the thing was they just like that could have been a little universe, but it just wasn't. They just didn't mix well with outside of each other. Like when they put Ernest Miller with Glacier.
Yeah.
And it's just like Glacier needed a fucking, he needed a Scorpion. He needed another ninja dude with him.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go.
Have y'all looked at the last Bash at the Beach in 2000?
I
don't
think I had cable at that point.
So. What was the card?
Well, okay, first off, it's famous, infamous even, because it's where they did that weird work shoot thing with Hogan, like Jeff Jarrett just laid down for Hogan. And Hogan left, and then Vince Russo fired Hogan publicly, and then they Booker.
Oh, and he cussed him out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, the last person, and I was just telling somebody this. I said, the last person that WCW fans, that no offense, James, no, that Southern fans needed to hear, we didn't need some fucking Yankee telling us how shitty Hulk Hogan was, okay?
Hey, it's all good. I'm a Yankee, and I thought he was an idiot too, so there you go.
It's like it didn't matter that most of that stuff that Vince Russo was saying was right. It's like we didn't need the schmuck that came here as a writer from WWF to fucking tell us how fucking Hogan was.
We don't need a New Yorker coming down here. Yeah, I get you.
I mean, we needed a fucking story. We didn't need some asshole fucking doing that dumbass shit.
Well, he killed a lot. Well, hold on. You have to remember, this is the same guy who did Oklahoma. He booked that shit. He wrote that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so that and like the whole shit with Juventud, and that was horrible, man. That's bad stuff. It's just it's horrible.
Oh my god.
Nobody likes Russo. I'm ashamed he's from my state. I'm ashamed he's from my city.
Some of this stuff that was on this show, Lieutenant Loco, which was Chavo Guerrero Jr., beat Juventud for the WCW Cruiserweight title. Big Vito.
Big Vito.
He beat Norman Smiley and Ralphus for the Hardcore title.
Oh, God.
Daphne, I remember this. Daphne beat Miss Hancock, which was Stacy Keibler, in a wedding gown match.
Who was Daphne used to be with all the time? He was really good, but he never got a push.
Crowbar.
Yeah, that was Devin Storm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like him. I thought he was good.
Chronic, which is Brian Adams and Brian Clark, beat the Perfect Event, which was Sean Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo for the tag team title. Chris Kanyon, who better than Kanyon, beat Booker T. Then Mike Awesome beat Scott Steiner by disqualification in a U.S. title match. Vampiro beat the Demon. Remember that shit in a great
Dale fucking Tallboy. Oh my god.
Shane Douglas beat Buff Bagwell. And then you have the thing with Hogan and Jarrett. Then you had Goldberg and Kevin Nash. And then you had Booker T, Jeff Jarrett for the title.
That's when Booker T won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the final Bash at the Beach.
Oh my god.
I mean, unless you count the AEW did a Bash at the Beach, but I don't think we're going to count
Who?
that.
Who?
AEW.
Who? I'm sorry, what? ABC? I'm sorry.
ABC.
Who? Fisher Price? Who?
Yeah.
Fisher Price?
And
Who?
ABC did a Bash at the Beach.
Fuck out of here.
Oh my goodness.
Put Cody Rhodes with a tattoo of balls on his neck. Get the fuck out of here. Just go away. I used to be a Cody fan too. You know what? I used to have to defend myself because nobody liked Cody but me. But now I'm like, you know what? You did it to yourself. Get out of here.
I was watching yesterday. I was watching Dustin versus Rick Rude Iron Man match from Beach Blast. In '93, and it's a really good match, but two, like you watch it and you're just like, Cody's not even his brother, he's not even Dustin, much less Dustin.
I don't know why, but I thought Cody was so much better with the Bullet Club in New Japan. He don't know. He was different. Maybe I had blinders on. I don't know. Well, I just thought he was different,
I don't know. My take on Cody during that time where he was in Ring of Honor and New Japan and doing all that was him and Brandy were a fantastic heel duo.
Yeah.
He maybe didn't have great matches, but he, as a character, like in that sense, the two of them together were a great heel duo.
Yes.
Whatever this AEW version of Cody is, I don't, neither him or Brandy hit the same high marks as characters, in my opinion, but they get over with that audience, but everything with the AEW brand gets over with that audience. So
maybe he needs Gato to book him again.
Well, Gato wasn't booking him in like Ring of Honor and stuff.
No, that's true. He booked him in New Japan, not Ring of Honor.
I mean, there's almost 1 million people, that love watching AEW every week.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna say okay. Then I'm gonna make a point here, Zeus. You said over 1 million people watch AEW each week, right? So is it us then? Is it us three? Are we wrong? Is there something else? Is there something wrong with us?
No, it is a different audience with different standards. They have a different background, they have a different kind of upbringing, so to speak, in terms of the wrestling upbringing, like what they came up on. So what their standards for what is good is different because it's just different to them. And also it is a fan base that is very cultish. They're already all in from the beginning before the first show even happened. So it's just different. And they do stuff that works for their audience. But what you see somewhat consistently, it does not work for all audiences. It just works primarily for their audience who, for whatever reason, decided from the beginning that they were going to be all in on anything as long as it had that stamp in the corner.
That's a good assessment of it.
Yeah. Because everybody keeps saying, you don't watch AEW? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, wow. I mean, is it me? But the last time I tried to watch that, I had to change the channel. I was like, oh, this is horrible.
And it's not, and at the same time, it's not like we're in love with WWE programming.
Oh, no, far from it.
I mean, we are sitting here and it just happens to be that, the people that I like that are in WWE, I try to watch and support, because what they're doing with, Strickland, Phantasma, Killer Cross, all that stuff is really good right now. Now, if they'd put Cross in a fucking Donkey Kong suit and had him fucking chasing Scarlet Bordeaux up a damn skyscraper, I would be very upset.
Come
but it's he's still pretty much getting to be who he is, and he's enjoying it. And just like now we're seeing with Escobar and Swerve, and we're getting to see some of the good stuff that that we like. But it's hard for me to sit through AEW to get to stuff that I'm still not gonna enjoy when I get to it.
Yeah. There are a lot of wrestlers that are in AEW that I like. I like Brody Lee. I like Lance Archer. I like Chris Jericho, but I can't see. I tried watching it, and it's a waste to me. It's like, what the hell are you doing? And then you have idiots like Orange Cassidy, and it's just a complete turnoff for me.
As past tense, you like them.
Yeah, but no, these are people I would like to follow.
What if I told you Lance Archer nearly lost to Joey Janela twice?
See, I throw a brick on my fucking TV because I can't see shit like that. Joey Janela absolutely sucks.
So I mean, it's like the Lucha Brothers are there, and we all love them in Lucha Underground, but they are no longer Pentagon Dark and Phoenix from Lucha Underground. They are this other spotty thing, right?
Yeah, but instead of evolving into something better, they actually digress into something worse.
But I mean,
and that's because of the promotion that they're in, and it happens to be AEW.
I mean, well, they had kind of fallen into that pattern like before they got in AEW. They were kind of Pentagon. I've said this before. Outside of Lucha Underground, he was often very lazy in like indies in Mexico and other stuff. I mean, at some point, him and Impact was just him and Phoenix just, doing a bunch of Spot Fest stuff. It's not that different from what we're seeing like now. They just kind of be there,
I can't watch AEW. Hey, Ange, I know you watch AEW, but I'm not with it. Sorry. I can't do it. I can't.
This is a very true statement by Angie right here. Pentagon makes Phoenix do all the work. As a good older brother should.
Right? Right? I like Pentagon and MLW. Yeah, Brian, I heard in MLW he was really good at MLW, I heard. He had good matches.
Sadly, MLW is in its own like mess at the moment.
Unfortunately.
But hey, before we get out of here and stuff, I mentioned earlier that on Mondays some of us watch Stardom. Some of us get together and watch Stardom. We watched the We Are Stardom and etc. The last week's We Are Stardom was about Utami. Sorry, Yashishita, right? Zeus.
I believe so. Yes.
You had any thoughts on that? How amazing was her debut match? It's her first professional match. How amazing was that for being her first professional match?
Oh, I mean, she came out of the gate looking like somebody who'd been doing it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, August 12th, 2018, she had her debut match versus Jungle Kiona. If you watch it was We Are Stardom number 26, I think. If anyone wants to see it, it's the first match they show on there. Yeah. When you watch that match, keep in mind this is her first professional match ever.
Yeah, she killing it. I mean, she's really, really fucking good. Yeah, James should be catching up to the rest of the cup today, Angie.
Yeah, I should be all done by tomorrow morning. I aim to watch. So I did 5 and 6. I should be watching night 7 and 8 today. Hopefully, I am definitely going to watch 7 today. But I should be all caught up with the finals and everything by the end of tomorrow morning. I should be all caught up.
What was the other matches on there, Zeus? There was Mayu versus Utami, and then Utami versus Viper for the heavyweight title.
Yes.
You got her German suplex Viper. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm still having a hard time getting into the Stardom thing.
What's the obstacle?
I don't know. I'm not like, for some reason I'm not like, oh, I need to watch this. It's like, I'm trying to get into it. I caught a few things here and there on YouTube. Actually, the one time I watched it with you guys, I enjoyed it. I just need to start. I have to set my clock and make sure I'm there Mondays to really get into it again.
Yeah, because it helps a lot when you have other people telling you, kind of like, who's who and who's with whom, because it's very much like New Japan, and that the fact that people are divided up in factions, and it's that type of warfare, and there's just and the We Are Stardom is, they don't bog you down with too much stuff that that's too long to they keep the variety going. So
24-25 minute episodes. That's what
I'm gonna try to watch it with you guys this Monday. Make sure I get into it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Watch some We Are Stardom. Mayu Iwatani.
Stardom.
Yeah.
I saw her live at Ring of Honor show in Lakeland. She was pretty good.
I know we're all so jealous of you, James. You guys.
Yeah, I know. I broke your heart, right, Pedro? Because that's your chick, right?
No.
Yeah, that's your girl. You love Mayu.
So next week we have no idea what we're talking about.
I'm gonna sing songs like this.
I said, what's next? No, I don't know what we're talking about next week. Who knows?
You know what? One thing for sure, we will talk about the rest of the New Japan Cup.
Yes, and the finals, yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about the New Japan Cup, like the rest of it, the finals, and then whatever happens tomorrow on Dominion. So we'll talk about that stuff.
I keep forgetting Dominion is tomorrow, so I have to watch everything by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I have to watch everything by tomorrow morning before I go on Twitter.
Hey, James, I only watch the tournament stuff. Not because the other stuff isn't good, but it was just a time thing, right?
No, I watched the whole thing, man, because I like getting into it. It's fun. So then, maybe that's my fault. It's because I could be all caught up, but I just like watching the whole night because it's kind of cool to me,
Yeah.
For us who doesn't like watching Ishii in tag matches go nuts on people, I don't know, coming on. I love that shit. You know?
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is, man. He's awesome. He talks so much shit too. I love that.
All right, everybody.
I think Ishii was a New Yorker in prior life.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Man after my own heart.
Short, he is kind of like Taz in some ways. He's short, got no neck, and a big mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to say thanks to Brian Bell, YYH, Angie for joining us in the chat room.
Double Y, double H, Brian, and actually getting up in the early AM. Good job.
Everyone listening out there, thank you. Everyone stay safe, be careful.
Yes, wear a mask.
Yes, and God
Wash
willing.
your fucking hands.
Yeah,
wash your hands. Don't be like Gumby.
20 seconds.
And we'll see everyone next week. And adios.
Later. Peace.
Yeehaw.
What the fuck?